Hi, and thanks for tuning in to another edition of Seahawk Central News, your source for campus news. I'm Kara Trotter.
And I'm Sarah Lively. We've got a lot to catch you up on this week. Seahawk Central News starts right now. In some breaking sports news, Athletic Director Kelly Mertens has resigned from her position. In a press conference held this past Monday, Mertens announced her departure from the UNCW family, citing distractions to the athletic programs and the university as her cause for departure. She also took that opportunity to thank staff members and praise student athletes. Mertens' announcement of resignation comes on the heels of a controversial women's basketball incident. However, Chancellor DePaulo insisted there was no connection. According to the athletic department, Pat Howie, a veteran member of the athletic department, has been named interim AD. A national search for a permanent replacement will be announced in the near future. For full sports coverage and further developments on these stories, check out the newest edition of Seahawk Central Sports.
Heavy storms have brought heavy flooding to the Wilmington area. The week-long downpour has resulted in massive flooding of local roads, including some on campus. Students could be seen skimboarding down Racine Avenue Monday as storms brought the area 10 inches of rain. Although some students found pleasure in the precipitation, others were less than amused. According to the campus police crime log, 2 motor vehicle collisions took place on campus Monday during the storms. Another car had been reported to receive damage from the high water. On Wednesday, New Hanover County went into a state of emergency due to flooding, and an evacuation shelter was opened at a local elementary school. Students were cautioned to use their best judgment regarding getting to class and were told to make sure to contact their teachers if the weather prevented safe travel to campus.
A masked gunman fired shots inside the University of Texas Library Tuesday. According to police reports, Colton Tooley, a sophomore at UT, was identified as the gunman. He unloaded a round of shots from an AK-47 before shooting himself. Authorities say no one else was injured in the shooting. Tuesday's shooting allowed the university to test their emergency response system, an area of security many universities, including our own, have increased since the 2007 Virginia Tech shootings. This is not the first time UT has seen a campus shooting. In 1966, Charles Whitman, a student, shot and killed 14 people and wounded 32 others.
A sales tax increase in New Hanover County will take effect this Friday. According to Star News, the sales tax will increase 0.25%, bringing it to an even 8%. Although every $100 spent will have an additional 25 cents added to it, essentials such as groceries, gas, prescription drugs, utilities, and automobile purchases will not be affected. Projected revenue increase should reach upwards of $4 million.
Professional basketball has come to Wilmington. New Hanover County native Michael Jordan has brought his NBA team, the Charlotte Bobcats, back to Wilmington to begin their preseason training. An exhibition game will be held at Trask Coliseum this Sunday at 5 p.m. Doors open at 4. A limit of 4 free tickets is available per person. For more information, contact the ticket office at 910-962-3233. Our sports reporter has an inside look at the Bobcats training camp.
I'm Lucas Haskins here at Trask Coliseum, where the 2010 Charlotte Bobcats are hosting their training camp. Former Wilmington resident Michael Jordan makes an annual event of bringing his team in town, and I showed up with a camera to give you an inside look at this year's Charlotte Bobcats. Last season was a historic one for Charlotte. Their 44-38 record was enough to secure the 7th seed in the highly competitive Eastern Conference, earning the Bobcats their first ever postseason appearance. Forward Gerald Wallace discussed his all-star season last year and his goals for the upcoming season.
It just shows the hard work that I put in as a player over my 9-year career, the direction that I'm headed in, and the things that I keep pushing for individually and as a team. I feel like we have a pretty good chance of making the playoffs now. We just got to stay focused. We lost a lot of key positions, and a lot of guys were having to step up and fill those roles. So, other than that, I think we have the talent to be, if not as good as we were, better than what we were last year.
Former Duke Blue Devil Gerald Henderson agreed with Wallace when discussing his goals for the season.
We look to be better than we were last year. Go further than we did in the playoffs last year. We had a really early exit, and we thought we were better than that.
The Bobcats' journey to prove that they are better than that began with a week of two-a-day practices right here in Wilmington. Some players were more happy about that than others.
I love Wilmington, It has a beach, but we haven't seen it because we've been practicing all day. So the weather's been bad, but, we're here to do business, and that's what we're doing.
Don't get me wrong, it's beautiful weather. I love the rain because it makes us, I'm like to sleep a lot. So, it's bad when you got to come to practice every morning. You really don't want to be here. It is what it is. I love Wilmington.
Whether or not players want to be at practice, they all play hard for Hall of Fame coach Larry Brown. As the only coach to win championships at both the collegiate and professional levels, many players speak highly of their skipper.
I learned a lot of things from him. He's very focused and detailed. On everything. I do care a lot about it. We're pros now, and everybody's focused on this game. But it's been great having Coach Brown.
He's a great coach, man. He's a Hall of Fame coach. He knows what he's talking about, and he's here to make us better.
And better the Bobcats will try to be, as their preseason games start in less than a week. Lucas Haskins reporting for Seahawks Central Sports, TealTV.
Freshman elections took place on campus recently, and our Debbie Patton got the opportunity to sit down with the newly elected freshman class president. Debbie?
Thanks, Kara. I'm here with newly elected freshman class president Shannon Morris. Thanks for joining us today, Shannon. So tell me, how does it feel to be the new freshman class president?
It feels really amazing. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to win because the difference between first and third was 5 votes.
That is so close. What drew you to run for SGA to begin with?
In high school, people join SGA to try to make a difference, but they really can't because they're not funded and they don't fund other organizations. But SGA here in a university setting, you can actually make a difference and get to know your constituents.
Can you tell me some of your plans and goals for this year?
Yeah, my first thing is to get the freshmen united. Like, I want everybody to know me and everybody to know my face so that they can be able to ask me questions and so that I can relate what they want to do to make a difference.
How do you plan on accomplishing that?
The first thing is to hold a freshman forum. The tentative date for that is October 27th and 28th.
Is there a best way to contact you for information?
Yeah, I have a box in the SGA office.
Okay, well, thanks a lot, Shannon. Congratulations on your election and good luck on the upcoming year.
Thanks, Debbie.
Sarah and Kara, back to you.
Thanks, Debbie. Stay tuned for future episodes because we'll have different members of the SGA keeping us up to date with the latest news from the student government.
Well, that wraps it up for this edition of Seahawks Central News. Special thanks to UNCW-TV and the Communications Studies Department for making our show a possibility.
Even more thanks to Bill Denholm and Dustin Miller. For more campus news, check out the latest edition of the Seahawk at newsstands all over campus. Remember, you can keep up with Seahawks Central News by stopping by youtube.com/TealTV2010.
Until next time, I'm Sarah Lively.
And I'm Kara Trotter saying so long, Seahawks.